Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Crypto City. Again, we are in our 9th season, which is our final season, and we have been bringing it every week with even bigger and better people. And it's just been, we're not slowing down just because it's the final season, but actually we do have a couple of slots left. So if anyone is looking to showcase what they're doing here in the metaverse, or you know somebody who's doing a lot of stuff in tech and you think it's worth bringing on, please let me know and I can reach out to them and we can try to get them on the show. This week, we're going to bring on DJ Honey T and talk to her in a couple of minutes. And we're going to hear a little bit about her backstory, how she came into VR and what she's doing in here right now. One thing I wanted to let everybody know, if you're not aware of this, Best Buy is actually having their 60th anniversary this year, and they're doing a lot of really big sales. So people who are looking to buy technology right now, they're having just as good of sales as Amazon and everywhere else. So give them a shout out if you're looking for something to buy. Also in tech news, both Android and Apple coming out with their new phones these months, so let's, keep an eye out on the technology happening there. It's going to be really interesting to see how more people shifting over to, more high tech phones and the meta glasses and all of the different things that are happening right now, because they're becoming part of the world that we've been a part of for quite a while. So we should be seeing some more people showing up here in our community that are going to be new. And remember what it was like when you were new. We've been used to people coming in just after Christmas because they got headsets, the Christmas Questies. But now more people are popping in at any given time because of technology. So remember what it was like. You needed help. You needed guidance. So I would implore all of you to please be open and friendly and sociable to those coming in who actually want to know more about this technology and what's happening here in the metaverse. It's a vast majority of people that have come in here came in just for gaming and have grown significantly. I want to see that continue to happen. I want to see people come in here, learn about the technology, grow with it, and better themselves and their businesses. And sometimes it might just be coming in here and having fun. That's perfectly fine. But even coming in and having fun, understanding the technology will allow you to enjoy it, but also appreciate the work that goes into it with world builders and people who are doing events in here. Some of the people that are in here night after night throwing concerts and talk shows and podcasts and events, those people put an awful lot of time and effort into those events. And I don't think people always realize the time that goes into it, because you show up, everything's great, you have a great time and you leave. So if you haven't done an event in here, throw some props out to those events that you go to and the people who are there putting in the work behind the scenes. So speaking of someone who is working on a show and is very familiar with working behind the scenes and in front of the cameras, let's please welcome to the stage right now, DJ Honey T. Please join us. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you for coming to Crypto City. Come on over and grab a seat. So it's great to have you here. We actually just met recently. I actually was not familiar with you until I met you over in Horizons. And, it was a pretty interesting environment that I met you in over there. It was on the show It's Electric. So, and you are the resident DJ for that show, and it's coming over here, and you're actually going to be part of that. So what I first want to learn about is what is the story behind DJ Honey T? Who were you before you came in here to VR?
Before I came in here to VR, I was a geeky, techie ghetto nerd, a cool one that just wanted to find a community of people who were doing the same thing that I was doing in my little introverted space. So upon Instagram and following and watching, social listening to the communities that I wanted to join, that's how I was able to meet Maddie. and join It's Electric and VR Vibes. We are in season 3 coming up, 1 year as a team. I'm super excited about that. But I also was a music enthusiast, an IT enthusiast, AI enthusiast. So I was doing all of that before I got in.
Oh, okay. So you didn't come in here already knowing any of this. This was like you knew about it, but you came in here with all of that excitement about let me see what's going on.
Yes.
And did you come in as DJ Honey Tea or did you evolve into a DJ in here?
It's funny that you asked that too because DJ Honey T is actually a character that was developed after me losing my children. It was a dream that I had. As a music enthusiast, I had a dream that I went into a space of these 7 robot DJs that told me we had work to do. We were superheroes who healed the planet with music therapy, the people in the planet with music therapy. So I definitely wanted a space because I was introverted to be able to share that
Wow.
visually what I saw in my dream. And so with the VR space, I did want to develop a world where people could come and visit and experience what I did.
That's amazing. I mean, okay, so you mentioned you lost your children, and I am sorry to hear that, but you didn't let that
Thank you.
keep you down. You continued moving forward.
Right.
So that's that in and of itself is huge. But to come in here and with a dream like that. But by the way, your dream actually sounds like it could be an AI movie, so we might see that coming down the future.
Yes, yes,
that's
yes,
that's pretty amazing right there.
yes.
So, tell us a little bit. You come in here, you decide you're going to be a DJ. That becomes your identity in here in VR. And, did you jump in and decide to host an event where you played music, or did you meet up with people who needed a DJ for an event?
Well, a little bit more about the music lover in me. Before all of this, like I've always been a songwriter, a singer. Music is therapy for me. So I was already on Instagram as a virtual DJ, and then the character DJ Honey T with being able to learn how to develop AI twins and just make sure that I was able to have the characters that I wanted for the stories being told. It just kind of it was kind of backwards because in the Musebot story you'll find that DJ Honey T is me, but it kind of flipped around and people started calling me like the IRL DJ Honey T. I'm Trivia of Trivia TV, but I think it happened the way that it should because people were seeing the avatar first, so it just automatically clicked for people that DJ Honey T is me.
Got it. Got it. Well, I mean that I think that is a great way to make your dream come true, just forcing it in there right out of the gate. I mean
Mm.
that's perfect. So, what do you want people to experience when they come to see you? You talk about music being therapy, and we're going to dive into that a little bit. But, when somebody comes and they see you performing, like not necessarily on the show, because that has a very
Yes.
specific thing, but when they come to actually see you and hear your music, what is that experience that you want them to walk away with?
I want them to be able to experience mood music. I want them to be able to be in rooms however they may feel so that they can get whatever out that they need to get out, happiness, sadness, anger, whatever it is, so they can have a way to transmute that energy into something, whether it's pain to purpose or a celebration or, just a rage room. I want people just to be able to transmute that whatever that energy is into something that they can appreciate and have an
Mm.
experience.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's talk about this mood music. So I've seen your Instagram. You've got a lot of different, clips on there of, mood music and music therapy. How did this actually become part of who you are and what you are actually, is this a healing process for yourself that you're able to push out to other people? And have you found that it's been able to translate the way that you wanted it to?
Yes, it's definitely been a coping mechanism for me. The first time that I realized that mood music was my hashtag was after my second miscarriage, and I did not want to talk for months, maybe about three during my healing time. All I wanted to do was listen to music. I walked around, I slept with headphones in, walked around with headphones in all the time, whether it was grunge music, whether it was reggae, whether it was R&B, whether it was country, whatever mood that I was feeling at that time, I let the music be with me and talk to me when I didn't want to talk, and it helped so much.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, that's a very difficult thing that you've gone through, and for a lot of people, that music is something that you feel that helps you heal. And it's funny that you mentioned, rage music, grunge rock, all that. For me personally, I've always felt that the music I'm listening to on that particular day is
Yes,
reflective of how I feel. And
yes,
I can be listening to Latin music when I'm happy and I'm ready to go and
yes,
everything is great. And I listen to anger rock when I'm having a bad day and I just need to get out
yes,
the angst. And then
yes,
there's like,
yes,
in the middle, we've got hip hop and R&B and
yes,
EDM when it depends on how I'm feeling.
yes, exactly.
And so I love that you were able to channel that and say, you know what, I'm not feeling it, I don't want to be with anyone else, but I'm still going to allow myself to have my feels in these
Yes,
moments.
yes, yes.
So is there anything you would say to people with regards to music before we dive into more of the VR stuff? Is there anything you would tell people that you think is helpful in coping using music therapy?
Yeah, I would just reiterate again, just get that playlist together. Always consider, and even sharing music. If you send a song to somebody, you never know what they're going through, or they can exude or feel the emotion that you're going through. Like, that is one of my favorite things, for people to send me songs to experience new music or recollect, reminisce.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I would say about that.
Okay. So now you came in here and you became part of It's Electric and VR Vibes.
Yes.
And, when you come in and you are a solo person, that you're in
Yes.
here for yourself, you're in here trying to be a DJ, you're in here to try and get your headspace where you need it, and
Yes.
you meet certain people and you just click. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about how choosing, your team and becoming part of this has actually helped you, affected you, influenced you?
Yes. So, before I actually got into the VR space again, I was on Instagram. I was already writing out the plan of what I wanted to see, what I wanted it to be. And then all of a sudden, I had a DM from Maddie like, "Hey, you interested in being a guest DJ?" And I was like, "Oh my God, this is the community I've been watching. This is so exciting." I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I was able to come in, and, she, guided me. She was always so welcoming and loving, and just not even knowing that it was destined for us. We like twinsies all the way. Everything that I had envisioned was already. So I didn't necessarily come in solo. I was already joined the community. I was invited to the community that I think I belong to, and with meeting Maddie, she knew a lot of people in the community and just started introducing me to people. And so it just worked out like that. I never had to come in solo dolo. I always had, a friend, someone that I could relate to and experience, and to teach me things that I needed to know here.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of the people on the VR Vibes team are involved in music or music production in some way. So I'm sure that's also been great for you to be around like minded people here in the
Yes,
community.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, very much so.
So now your role as DJ on It's Electric, I mean, that's fun. You get to play the music, you get part of the shows and everything. You're coming over here to VR chat. Now you have to learn a whole new platform and
Yes,
learn how to, play the music, how to stream things, all of this stuff. How has
right.
that process been doing the changeover from Horizon over to here?
I try to remain agile, as I know with being in tech, everything is ever changing. So I just have to always stay on the edge of my seat, and jump off into the water when need be. I think it's been a good transition. I, dibble dabble in YouTube University and wherever else that I could learn things and,
Hmm.
bring the skills that I already had into what we're doing now. So it's been a great transition because I'm a forever student. And I really love to learn. I love learning over here because it's what it is. It's what I love to do.
Mm. I love that YouTube University, everybody in this place lives on YouTube University. It's how we learn
Yes.
so much.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's whatever it is you need to learn, the chances of you being the first person that need to learn that is slim and none.
Right.
Someone else
Yes.
out there was also asking those questions. Someone else has done what you need to do and has gone in and actually said, here, let me show everyone else what I learned and this is how you do it. So
Yes.
it's great that that's out there for everyone. Just a
Yes.
reminder to everyone in the audience to please mute yourself for the cameras. Okay. And so, obviously now you've made yourself friends as well as a team, which is great. But you
Yes.
also have your own side project that you do. So you have Trivia TV, which for the audience, please tell us what it is because I actually had no idea what it was before I met you. So give us a little bit
Yes.
of background on that.
Yeah, so Trivia TV, my name is Trivia. So Trivia TV is just watching my vision. You know what I mean? That is the umbrella and everything, all of my endeavors are underneath that so that you get a chance to stay tuned in to the next episode
Okay.
of my
So
life.
your YouTube channel, we're going to put that out on Discord for everybody so that they'll be able to come and follow you. So how long have you been doing it and is it working out the way that you wanted?
Yeah, I guess I've been doing trivia TV all my life because it's me. But I finally, um, I finally got a chance to tell the story and not be afraid to tell the story. I lost fear, and that is one thing that I encourage, you know, to people is to lose fear. That is what can like try to hold you back. And sometimes even with my situation, my miscarriages, it's taboo to talk about most the worst thing for an angel mom is that's who I call mothers who have lost their children is for people to forget their child. You know what I mean? So I try to talk
Mhm.
about it as much as I can and let people know that this is how I cope. This is my pain to purpose. This is how I ensure that their life lives on. Like people are going to hear about them. They're going to know about them. Heaven, Maya, and Trevin are always a part of the journey. They are the
Mm.
reason that I can go on and have pain to purpose using music therapy.
That's sad and beautiful at the same time. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yes.
So I'm grateful that you found a platform that allowed you to have your voice in, your feelings, your voice, and help others as well. Because a lot of times, I'm sure you've, been in support groups, different things like that. But when you share your story, it just makes others feel less alone. But it cuts your burden in half. You've shared it now
Yes.
and someone can open up their heart to help you through it. So I'm glad that
Yes.
you were able to do that on this platform.
Yes.
So now beyond the DJ booth, what
Yes.
else what else is going on with you in here? Do you plan to come in here into VR chat, into other platforms and create? Or do you want to stay working in the DJ realm? Or do you, maybe want to do the DJ thing and just enjoy the platform for the wonderful experience that it is?
Yes, I'm very versatile. I like to dibble dabble in it all. You know what I mean? I'm studying Blender and Unity and Unreal Engine. I'm learning how to build editors within it so I can get some automation going on. Um, yeah, I'm very versatile in all of the endeavors of VR. I really like the fashion, so I want to get into making the clothes over here and just be able
Nice.
to get in where I fit in
I
and
love
add
that. Oh, so
value
you
in
are
any room.
exploring. That's
Yes.
great.
Mhm.
Nice. Okay, so we're gonna expect to see things from you very soon. Um,
Yes.
let's talk a little bit about this incredible beats battle that you did last year.
Oh, yes.
You were part of this, so explain to us first what it was, and then what your
Okay.
role in it was, and what you did.
Yeah, so I'm in a few music groups. Dope Producer United is one of them. We have seasons per year, and we have challenges every month. Um, is to, build our skills. As people know, I never hide it. I am an AI enthusiast, so I incorporate Suno. Even before AI, I was a music enthusiast. I've been doing music since I was little, but being into technology, I wanted to make sure that in the event that I go into a room and someone wants me to help produce a song and they say, "Hey, but do you know Suno?" Yes, I know Suno. I'm incorporating it into it. So they accepted me. They invited me and accepted the fact that I did use technology tools to incorporate into my creativity. And so along came a beat battle, and of course, it's a male dominated field. It's not that many female producers. So I decided I would go ahead and, give it a shot. And so, yeah, lo and behold, I ended up winning the crown for that series. And it was a great experience. I learned so much. And I'm able to utilize what I learned today and in my, DJing skills.
That's amazing. Great job. That's so fun.
Mhm.
I love that you like went into it, embraced it, and mastered it. And you're right. It
Yes.
is very male dominated. There are some women
Yes.
who are out there killing it too. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that you're following, what your passion is and not letting that inhibit you from moving forward in it. That's amazing. Great
Right.
job with that. So do you plan to get involved in more events like this here in the metaverse?
Oh yeah, I'm really excited to. I really am. I think
Mhm.
right now, um, us with VR vibes, moving over here and everything. I think once we get settled in and we'll start, coming outside a little more. We call it outside on the inside, but yeah, definitely.
Oh my God, it's so funny. So let's talk a little bit about music and technology in here. So, I mean,
Yes.
obviously, you come in here and we all know we have struggles all the time with,
Yes.
streaming, with the technology going, with audio issues. I mean, so you have all these things and people find ways to get around them. I mean, DJs who come in here, can set up so that they can stream in, and, sometimes it works perfect. Other times you're in the middle of an event and all of a sudden the stream key goes down. Something happens
Right.
and people, all of a sudden you've got a room full of people sitting there staring at you. How do you deal with that? How do you know, cope with the technology? And then do you think that technology within VR for DJs and musicians is improving, or do you think it's kind of plateaued and the artists are kind of left trying to figure out better ways?
I think a little bit of all of it. Of course, it is innovative and it is evolving. Um, I know I hear of conversation where in the VR there weren't legs, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing that things are evolving, and when the mess ups happen, we get to see what those pain points are, and that gives us something to go to research and see how do we fix it, how can we contribute to making this place what it should be, because there'll always be glitches, but
Mm-hmm.
there'll always be fixes, so I look at it
Mm-hmm.
like that.
And do you find that talking to and doing things with other DJs in the metaverse is helpful to you? They can share with you things that they've found that have worked to help compensate for that.
Oh yes, I'm always each one teach one. I'm a forever student. I don't think I know everything. Yeah, I love collaboration. Collaboration is my favorite way before competition. I'm not a competitive person. I'm a collaborator. I love community. I love people, helping each other to build something that's gonna help other people grow.
hmm And that, to me, is the best way for this community to grow as a whole and to make the experiences better for newcomers who come in. Everybody shares the knowledge, no gatekeeping, and we actually get to improve the experience. I mean, every single one of us in here has felt the pains of,
Yes.
if you've done an event, Wi-Fi goes out, power goes
Yes.
out, the stream goes out. Everybody glitches. Somebody comes in an avatar that they shouldn't, and it overtakes
Yes.
and then we learned about avatar culling and putting on the diamonds so that you don't see people in the back, so that when you look at the audience, you don't glitch.
Yes.
Things like
Yes.
that. So I mean, there are ways, but if people didn't share this knowledge, then it wouldn't be helpful, and we wouldn't be
Right.
able to go and enjoy tomorrow night's event or the next week's
Right.
event. And I feel like personally, there should be a little bit more done by the platforms to help
Hmm.
enhance that. But I'm super
Yes.
proud of this community coming together and,
Oh, yes.
sharing what they find works to help the next person have a better experience.
Yes, I agree.
Now, are there any particular tools or tech things that you're excited to learn that might either not just in the DJ end of it, but you talked about, learning Unity and working on the clothes. Is there anything that you need to learn that you were excited about?
Yes, all the updates. I need them all. What's new? What's the news? What's the tea?
She's like, I'm a
But yes.
sponge. Send it all to me.
Yes. I'm always excited. So I use chat a lot. Some new
Mhm.
features have come up where you can schedule things. I've scheduled kind of like Google Alerts where it tells me
Mhm.
every Monday what's new in AI music. Then on every Tuesday what's new in AI video. What are the platforms to look out for? What's changed? What's updated? Um, yeah, I want to know all the things, and I want people to ask me, even if I don't know. Maybe I can find out who does, but maybe I might know. You know.
Mhm. Now, I'm going to ask you this from more of a both emotional and technological aspect. Has being
Yes.
in VR helped you in the real world to advance yourself personally and professionally?
Yes, because again, I am very introverted. Um, I'll say I'm ambivert, but I'm nerdy. I'm to myself. On the computer. I'm trying to read this. I'm trying to read that. But I do like to have fun, so that's why I feel like this is outside on the inside. I don't have to get dressed. Out IRL. I don't have to put my makeup on. I don't have to put DJ equipment in the trunk. Drive there. Drive back. Do that. I can come in inside. We can go party to party to party and still have a good time and socialize. It's not all the time that I feel well also, but my avatar can do whatever that I needed to do 24/7, and I could be laying down, sitting up,
Right?
whatever,
Your
and
hair's always
still be able
perfect.
to.
Your clothes are
Yes.
always on.
Yes. 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 So that's what I
No
really
matter how
love.
you're feeling, the fit is always there.
That's right. That's right.
So when does It's Electric kick back off for you? When are you ready to get going to what's next?
So we do have an event coming up. Um, we will share a little bit more about it. Make sure you guys follow us at xrvibes.co, and that way you'll stay tuned. We do post stories. We do post on our news feeds. We stay in the DMs. Make sure that you join our Discord so that you can stay up to date with what's coming up, because it's lots, a
Perfect.
lots, a lots.
She's like, there's so much happening. Ah. I love that. So, I want to thank you for coming on and sharing your story. I mean, it's very
Thanks for having
heartfelt
me.
and we
Yes.
appreciate that. I want, people who want to follow you, we're going to put your IG up here right now so
Yes.
that they can follow you on there and they'll be able to see the events that you're doing. And also, when you go on and you follow her, make sure you scroll back, because I mean, I obviously scroll back because I want to do my homework before I interview you, but you had
Yes.
lots of great stuff on there. I mean, a
Thank
lot
you.
of those clips and stuff, the videos and everything, very beautiful as well. The artwork that you put up there. So
Thank you.
obviously you can tell that you're using AI, you're doing things, but you're creating very beautiful things to look at. So it's a very aesthetically pleasing feed as well. So
Thank you so
thank you
much.
again for coming on and sharing your story with us. I love that.
Yes.
And
Yes. And
I
special
want
shout
to.
out to, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh
I'm
no,
sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say special shout out to the VR community for being here. I really appreciate you guys already having a space established so that I could learn from. We can each one teach one. I really appreciate it. Super duper special shout out to Maddie and my VR Vibes, XR Vibes team for having me and like inviting me to give me the opportunity to see this is where I'm supposed to be.
Love it. Love it. So I want to thank all of you for being here tonight to learn more about DJ Honey Tea. And I also want to remind you that next week is our training week. So please come out. We're going to be doing AI resources. A few weeks ago, we touched on a few little ones that we had a little high level overview of. We're going to dive in deeper. We're going to show some examples. We're going to visit some sites, and we're going to have some screenshots for you to see different examples of things from those resources. We're going to be doing this as a 3-part series. So not everything will be done tomorrow night. We will pick, next week. I'm sorry, not tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I will not be here. But next week we will go over a handful of things under each category so that you can check them out. And then the next session that we do will carry on with that. And as always, all the episodes will go up on Discord so that you can check them out. So if you want to find out more about DJ Honey Tea, in addition to the episode and the slides, we will put her YouTube up there as well. If you follow her on Instagram, you'll be able to see it there as well. So thank you all for coming out tonight, and we will see you next week.
Yes, thank you so much, Crypto City, for having me.
Thank
City Girl,
you.
Kay. Thank y'all so, 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 so much. I really,
Thank
really appreciate
you.
it. Yes.